Cool. Yeah, so what questions did you ask?
Basically, just what they want to gain from the gym.
Yeah.
Then how motivated they are, what they're doing at the moment, and what's their diet like.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much, for most people, that's about it. Most people just want to gain muscle, trim down, so that's kind of all the information I need to change their lifestyle, their training, to meet their goals.
Cool. And what was his response?
Usually they just want to build muscle, trim down, and they usually say about 7 or 8 for motivation.
Yeah.
I usually say to them they need to be at a 10 if you're serious about getting gains, because it's not easy to build muscle. It takes motivation, it takes commitment. So I put that forward to them. What they're doing at the moment is usually not much. They're usually eating quite a lot of unhealthy foods and yeah, just training very little. And yeah, the diet's usually not good at all. So yeah, they're usually eating just junk food pretty much.
Cool. And in terms of, for example, after you take to that steps, and then you take them to the gym and show them something.
Yeah.
And then after that was...
Okay. So after that, I try to convince them that they need someone helping them along. I usually start by, I offer a startup package of 3 sessions for 100 quid. And I give them a weekly workouts and a nutrition guide with that as well. So yeah, that often gets their appeal.
Yeah.
Because it's quite cheap. And then after that, I charge the ordinary rate of £45 an hour.
Cool.
If they've been working with me for 3 times, they kind of feel like I need someone pushing me, helping me along there. So if they've done that, if they've experienced like my training for more than just 1 session, they're more inclined to carry on with me.
To stay. Cool. I mean, that's a good point. As you probably mentioned, like how you can make them stay longer to extend those from behind the 3 sessions. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna take you through a few steps that I do, and you will see. For example, let me probably start a word process quick. One of the things that I tend to do first is by measure them.
Okay.
So why do I measure them?
So they can see what kind of level they're at.
Exactly. So you got something to grab them from the beginning to the middle and the end, and you say, that's kind of client rotation.
Would you do that on the free session you offer them, or would you do that on your first session?
The first session.
So the first paying session?
No, even if the free session, for example, depending on which occasion I get them. If I go and talk to them at the gym, and I grab them, and I just sit down with them, and then that's the first thing that I offer them. Instead of giving them, I try to raise their curiosity, talk to them about something that they want to. Just ask them, for example, if I see them near the scale, I can just ask, is there any change? Are you gaining or are you losing? So generally they want either one or the other, whatever they answer, so I can follow up. If they say, yeah, I'm gaining muscle, or I gain body fat, or I gain more weight, but what do you want to gain is muscle, or you want to get rid of body fat? So in that case, I got more specific what they want. So once they tell me, I want to gain more muscle, or I want to gain more body fat, so I take them to the office and I get to measure them with the skin fold.
But we don't have the clippers in here, do we?
I mean, I have my own one, yeah.
Oh, you have your own one?
Yeah. So with that, I got to give them a good feedback where they stand in terms of muscles and in terms of body fat. So once they know, it's easy for me to grab them because I can start to sit down with them and set up a goal.
Okay.
How do I set up a goal? Something more visible so that they can grasp and feel it, get engaged.
Okay.
Yeah? Cool. For example, let's suppose that if I would talk to you about your goals, what would you like to accomplish?
Just put on more muscle, staying as lean as possible.
Gain muscle. and stay lean. How many kilos muscle?
Okay, by the time I'm 20, I want to be about 100 kilograms with about 6% body fat.
100 kilos muscle and 6% body fat. Yeah?
Yeah, so when I'm 6%, I'll be 100 kilos.
Cool. But when?
By the time I'm 20, so about 2 years.
2 years. Specific?
Well, it's a specific amount of time.
Yeah, specific amount of time. So let's say date
It's
specific.
about 1 year and 7 months.
1 year and 7 months.
Yeah.
Cool. So that would take you to, do you know which? 1 year, 7 months.
Let's just say, have that goal on my 20th birthday. So that will be
Yeah.
1 year and
Do you know the date? When it's gonna be your birthday?
yeah, 18th March.
18th
18th March, yeah.
of March. Cool. So that makes March simple. 18th of March 2013. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
No, it'll be 2014.
No, we're 12.
Yeah, the next year I'm 19.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be 2014.
Cool. And how many kilos are you now?
I'm 80 at the moment, but that's with 6% body fat.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you think it would take you 2 years to get there?
To get 20 kg.
Why? 2 years.
Yeah,
Why 2 years?
because it's not easy building muscle.
It's not, but probably you in 2 years you can gain even more than that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, just as much as I can basically.
Yeah.
100 kg is quite a lot.
It is, but you're already 80, only 20 kilos.
Yeah. If you think I can do that in 2 years?
In 1 year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go for that then. When I'm 19, 100 kg.
Yeah. In 1
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can achieve that in 1 year. Because what's gonna happen is like now we can set up in terms of like even if you achieve half a kilo a week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there's how many weeks in a month, in a year? 52 weeks? 52 weeks. So in 52 weeks would be 52 kilos if you were 1 kilo a week. But because it's half a kilo, so 25 weeks. So yeah, that's half a kilo. But there is a time that you can gain more than half a kilo. Depending on your training, your food,
Okay.
as long as you kind of track it.
Would I have to do a constant bulk session between when I want to start and when I want to finish? Like, I wouldn't be able to cut down at all. It would have to be constant bulking.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay.
You can, as long as you do your weight and then after that you do your body fat, like cardio, just fat burn. You don't need to do much. Yeah.
So you can cut down as well.
Yeah. As well as you're doing.
Won't be able to get as much gain though.
Why not?
Because cardio can be catabolic and you won't be eating as much food.
Yeah, the type of cardio you're gonna do is just fat burn. You're not gonna do any speed interval or anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I only do interval training.
Just that. Oh, you only do interval training?
Yeah, high intensity interval. I only do that
Okay, why?
because it's most effective at burning fat.
Exactly. But that's case your body needs the carbs as well, more intensive fuel to give you energy.
Yeah.
So now depend on your choice. But yeah.
Yes, you still have to eat quite a lot of food
Yeah.
a day. Right. Okay.
Why do you want to accomplish that?
Like to look good.
Yeah.
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 And I'd want to compete in fitness modelling.
Yeah. Anything else?
Just feel good basically.
Cool. Feel good. And what could stop you?
Laziness, low energy.
What do you mean low energy, lazy?
Just maybe I've missed out on a bit of sleep. I've been working a lot. Yeah, it just comes to the end of the week. I've been working like Monday to Friday, Monday to Thursday, and
Yeah.
just feel really tired. Basically, haven't managed to get all my meals in.
Cool. Anything else?
I guess other commitments.
Like,
At the moment, I don't really have many other commitments, other than maybe in future too many clients.
yeah. So, work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what else? Money? Have money be a problem?
Not at the moment, not really.
No?
No, maybe for supplements and food and stuff, but not for actually working out. So maybe food and stuff.
Cool. And food? Yeah. Can be a problem.
Yeah, it kind of goes in with money as well.
Cool. And how can you overcome this obstacle?
Organise my time, make sure I've got enough rest, I've got enough calories, I've got enough time to work out.
Yeah. Organize your time. Yeah. Laziness. I mean, you say you're lazy. For example,
I don't have that much of a problem with laziness, to be honest, but that's
do you
more-
train with someone or you train by yourself?
I usually train by myself, but yeah, it would be better to train with someone. Yeah, so maybe find a workout partner would help with laziness. They motivate me.
And I guess probably you know what you do about your training, so you don't need my help, do you?
No, I don't think so.
And cool, organize your food, so time, food, money. How is the money a problem?
Because you need a lot of protein,
Yeah.
so a lot of meat. Meat's quite expensive, so I don't know. Maybe if I'm low on income, then I can be able to afford enough food or enough supplements.
Yeah.
But it's not too.
It's
much
not
of
a problem, not a problem at the moment.
Not at the moment.
If you need to have a support or anything else, that should be
that's
okay.
fine, yeah.
Imagine even if you struggle with your training and you need a support for trainer, would be that okay?
Yeah, it should be alright. I'll find someone to work out with me to my motivation.
Cool. And how important is that goal for you? Important is
Yeah,
nutrition.
I'd say 10 out of 10 for that.
Why?
This kind of thing is important to me.
Cool. 10 out of 10. And cool. Now that we know what could stop you, how can we overcome that? The next question is, what will happen if you achieve this goal?
I will be pleased with myself.
Please, yeah? Or what else?
Yeah, I'll be more healthy, I'll feel better about myself, I'll just have a better general well-being.
What do you mean general well-being?
Just well-being, mental, physical health, free from illness, disease.
Cool. Cool. What will happen if you don't achieve this goal?
If I don't achieve 100 kilograms, then if I've achieved enough to be happy with, then I'll still be happy. But if I don't think I've achieved enough, then I will be motivated to work a lot harder the next year.
Cool. Yeah. So what will happen if you don't achieve this goal? How
Depends.
will you feel if you don't achieve this goal?
Depends how much I achieve. If I don't quite make 100 kilograms, but I make something like 95,
Yeah.
then I will still be pleased with myself. If I only achieve something like 82 or 85, then I'll look back at what I could have done better, what I did wrong, and just try to, set another goal and work a lot harder on that one.
Cool. Will you feel sad? Will you feel good? Will you feel...
Yeah, no, I'll feel disappointed in myself, definitely.
Cool. Cool. Now that we've done this, do you think is there anything else that we need to cover in order before we start with your training?
Sorry?
Now that we cover these parts,
Yeah.
do you think that there is anything that we need to cover that we didn't talk about in here before we get started with your training?
I don't know, do you think there's anything else we need to talk about?
Yes.
You do?
Your food, how many times do you eat a day?
Okay, so what I'm doing at the moment, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, my diet's quite good at the moment. I'm eating around 6-7 meals a day. Usually have most of my carbs for breakfast. Usually have some oats with some milk and some whey powder with some sliced banana. Then usually have like a meal of just a couple of apples and banana. Then I'll have some brown rice or quinoa with some chicken breast and some vegetables. Then I'll have another protein shake after my workout. Then I'll probably have another meal, some brown rice and some quinoa again with just some meat and some vegetables. Then later on I'll have about 5 egg whites with 1 yolk. Then before bed I'll have some casein, and that's pretty much what I eat most days.
Do you measure your food? What I mean, in terms of calories, how many calories do you eat? Do you track?
I've got a rough idea, but I don't count the calories. I usually count the grams. I'm on about 100 grams of carbs a day, maybe 200 grams of protein, and around 80 to 100 grams of fat.
Cool. Now that we just talked about this, how important was that, or what did you take about that conversation for your session?
Sorry, what was that?
Now that we talk about these parts, like that part, the percent, more or less.
Yeah.
How was that useful for you? Did you learn anything?
Yeah. I learned that I can actually achieve that goal in a year. I can't enough. I've learned that I kind of need to achieve my goal, or I just won't feel good.
Yeah.
Basically. And but I just need to be as motivated as I can to be able to achieve it.
Cool. How many kilos are you now?
80.
80.
A bit over, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, basically here I can show you an example of one of the client that was trained last year, just trained for 4 months. So basically started in February, as you can see in here, he was start with 75 kilos. So it's like body fat percentage was low, so 4% body fat, and then 72 kilos muscle.
Okay.
So that was in February. By June, end of June, when it kind of finished, it was weight 85 kilos.
Okay.
Total weight, body fat percentage 395, and his total weight.
He was at 3.95% fat.
Yeah. And then his weight was 81 kilos 65.
Okay. It's quite good.
Is it something similar that you want to achieve?
Yeah. Did you measured that body fat with skin fold?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, but at 100 kilograms, not 85.
No, absolutely. But that just shows, like, for example, the projection, how you kind of progress.
Yeah. Okay. Right then.
Okay, what I'm trying to bring in here is like to show you a way that you can convince the clients that, because now I show you, you say, is it something that you want to achieve? Is it something similar? You say yes. So with that in mind, so now you can take that and say, okay, cool. Now that you know that I can achieve that,
Right. Okay. So make something like a graph with your previous clients.
yes, show some of your previous clients that have achieved something.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely try that.
Because
What do you do to make that graph?
I mean, that's a special software. I don't know if
Oh,
you
right.
look at it. Yeah, because I've been tracking up that every week. Yeah, so every week, kind of measure every week. So exactly, that's why it's essential to keep track of, record of all the papers that you kind of go through.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can get to see, look, I got this client that achieved this. It's more convinced than when you just say, oh look, I can track you to the exercise and I show you this and show you that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it back you up a bit more instead
Right,
of just
yeah.
say, yeah, I'm gonna show you the exercise. I assume that's what you want, but you really need to know is specific what they want. Because if you try to guess and you don't get it right, you lose your chance to get them.
Yeah. Okay.
So you cannot play with that chance to that. Oh yeah, maybe that's what they want. You know, you need to
Yeah,
know,
okay.
and then you need to get to know them exactly on specific what they want. For example, you say, okay, now that you say that if you don't get this goal, you're gonna be disappointed. Yeah, how disappointed going to be? You're going to be.
Depends how far I miss my goal by.
Cool. And I also can see that you probably gotta feel good about it
Yeah. Well, if
if
I
you
reach it,
achieve.
if
Yes.
I'm very close to it, then yeah, I will feel good.
Cool. So which one's more important to you?
Well, feeling good.
So I guess you don't want to mess up with your chance to
No,
feel good.
no, absolutely not.
Cool. That could be an example of the guy that wanted to say, oh, I'm gonna try. Because if you would take him to these
Okay.
steps,
Yeah.
so when you say, oh yeah, I want to try first, you say, I mean, you can try, but you may feel good, you may feel disappointed. So
Yeah,
depend
okay.
which one that you really want to go through. Because most of the people that when they come to train for 1 month, they may get good results if they get a good trainer, someone.
Yeah. Okay.
If they don't get someone behind them, they may like, oh, the results keep delaying. And what do you think they more like to do?
Just give up.
Absolutely. And I probably don't believe that I don't feel like you, or I don't want you to go through this way.
Okay. Right.
So instead of you talking, you let them talk. You just prepare the question and let them answer.
Okay.
You don't answer,
Yeah.
you let them answer.
Right.
Because in that case, just put in their mind. Because if you say, they may say, come on, I didn't say that. You said, but if they said, they're gonna believe them more than what you said.
Yeah. Okay.